Do you know what a doppelganger is? I didn't know either, until recently. A doppelganger is a ghostly counterpart of a living person. It's originally a German word that we took and use in English. It originally meant to describe a look-alike, but in English it has a more supernatural meaning. Why do I tell you this? Well, just take a look at this. Most people would be spooked by moving into a new apartment just to find that it's haunted. That's not the problem here. This is a picture of me, and this is a picture of the thing I caught on my security cameras. Now, I don't sleepwalk, and I'm not transparent. I'm not really quite sure what I'm even looking at, but it resembles me. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. It's not like I can call the police. I mean, who are you gonna call, right? Let me tell you the whole story before I get ahead of myself. I recently moved into a new apartment. I was promoted to be the night shift manager of a new warehouse for Barclay & Smith Steel, my employer. It was an increase in pay, and I would be a manager. It was a no-brainer. The only downsides are that it is a night shift position, and the warehouse was in southern Illinois, so I would have to relocate from my comfortable beach house on the Gulf side of Florida. Also, little did I know at the time that it was just a fancy title for night security guard, and that I would be the only one in the warehouse. But whatever, it was still an increase in pay. I didn't want to give up that prime Florida real estate that I had inherited from my grandfather, so I decided to keep it as my vacation spot, and I would just rent an apartment in Illinois. I signed the papers for my new apartment about 2 weeks ago and started my new position at work about a week ago. That's why I'm still not completely unpacked. The apartments were built in the 90s, so they aren't old, but the floor squeaks in certain places and the heater rattles a bit. Normal things for an all-original apartment. I decided to install a home security system in my apartment. This way I could keep an eye on my apartment while I'm at work. I guess you could call me paranoid. It's a nice neighborhood, I'm just really cautious. Anyway, last Thursday while I was at work, I got an alert on my phone that the cameras in my apartment picked up some movement. I thought maybe someone broke into my apartment. This made me especially upset because most of my expensive things were still in boxes, so I pretty much did all the work for the thief. I pulled up the security system app on my phone and looked through the cameras. Nothing on camera 1, nothing on camera 2. Camera 3, however. Camera 3 is the reason I dropped my phone and cracked the screen. There, I saw myself, standing in the spare bedroom, my makeshift home office. I didn't know what to make of it. It looked like me. It even dressed in my clothes, but it was transparent. I called my boss to tell him I had an emergency. He didn't pick up, but I left a message and left work in a hurry to go home. And if you're wondering, no, I didn't buy the extended warranty on my phone. When I got into my apartment, I found nothing. It was empty. No burglars, no ghosts. I spent the rest of the night walking around the apartment and Googling ways to get rid of ghosts. The cracked screen of my cell phone did make this a bit more difficult, though. Morning came, and everything seemed normal. I made dinner and went to sleep. If I was just seeing things, or if it was an elaborate prank from my techie friends back in Florida, I didn't want to disrupt my work another day. The next night at work was normal. No alerts, no ghosts. Just boredom in a large, dark warehouse. The next 2 days I had off, since I get weekends off, and I wasn't haunted in my sleep. It was just a prank. Sam probably hacked his way into my network and messed with my security systems. Monday night at work told a different story, however. I got an alert on my phone from the security systems. When I pull up the app and look at the cameras, I found the same thing. A transparent me standing in the office. Upset, I called Sam. He didn't pick up, so I left a voicemail with some choice words that should not be repeated. Then I got another alert. The camera in the living room this time. Though, this time, I saw the transparent me walking to the kitchen. I guess it really is me. I closed the app, still a little ticked off at Sam for messing with me like that. Another alert came in, I ignored it. Then another one. I turned off my phone because it was distracting me from making my rounds at the warehouse. When I got home, I looked through the security footage. Sure enough, it was just as I saw on the app earlier. I decided to ignore it and yell at Sam the next time he calls me. I decided to check my emails, since I don't have them sent to my phone, again with the cautious thing. When I opened it, I let out a scared yell. It was horrible, scary, and frightening all at once. My water and electric bills were overdue. Because I moved in at the end of the month, I had to pay the prorated utilities by the end of the first week. Confused, I logged into my city utilities account to see why the auto bill pay didn't work. I saw a debit card closed notification. Even more confused, I logged into my online banking account. Debit card closed. Now, I was quite upset because I didn't get any notification of this, and it was not set to expire. I looked at the details of the notification to find out why it was closed, and all it said was card owner deceased. Frantically, I called the debit card support line. "Thank you for calling the utility support line. My name is Julie. How can I help you?" said the representative. Yeah, I think there was some fraud on my account because my online banking says my card was closed due to card owner death. I gave her my account details as she pulled up my account. "What did you say your name was again, sir?" the representative inquired. I repeated myself, including account information. "Sir, deceased card owner information is verified with county coroner reports. I don't know what kind of game you're trying to pull, but you have information on a deceased client of ours that you should not have." I heard her put the phone down on the table as she called a coworker over to call the police. I hung up. I gave her my information, the same way I always do when I have an issue with my debit card. This is my account. I pulled up the coroner's report from the county website. Next to my name was a link to a news article. Florida man killed in a tragic highway collision on I-75 North. The date of the article? August 25th, 2014. That was 2 weeks ago.